What began as an ordinary day in a small New Mexico town would soon unfold into one of the most unsettling tragedies the community had ever faced. No one inside Artesia General Hospital could have imagined that a quiet visit for medical treatment would lead to questions, heartbreak, and a story that would reverberate far beyond the town limits. By the time the truth emerged, lives had been changed forever, and a sense of disbelief hung heavy over everyone involved. Alexee Trevizo had grown up in Artesia, a place where families knew one another across generations and where reputations traveled quickly through neighborhoods and school hallways. To the outside world, Alexee seemed like a normal teenager, friendly, sociable, and often smiling, the kind of girl teachers admired and classmates gravitated toward. At Artesia High School, she participated in activities, appeared engaged in student life, and was often described as bright and full of potential. But beneath that familiar image, small signs of inner struggle occasionally surfaced. Friends noticed moments where her mood seemed distant or withdrawn, though few ever suspected anything beyond the usual challenges of adolescence. On January 27, 2023, Alexee arrived at the hospital accompanied by her mother, visibly distressed and complaining of intense back pain. Staff members evaluated her carefully, suspecting that something serious might be wrong. She was placed in a private room for observation, where nurses monitored her condition. After some time, Alexee asked to use the restroom and remained inside longer than expected. The nurses outside the door began to worry, their instincts telling them something wasn't right. When Alexee finally emerged, she appeared pale, shaky, and unfocused. Moments later, hospital personnel entered the bathroom, and what they discovered would shock everyone present. Inside a trash bag among the waste was a newborn baby, hidden and unresponsive. The scene instantly shifted from medical care to emergency crisis. Staff members rushed to attempt resuscitation, but the infant could not be revived. Fear, confusion, and disbelief filled the room as the reality of what had happened began to sink in. Police were immediately notified, and the hospital became a controlled investigation site. Body camera footage later revealed the tense, chaotic atmosphere, nurses trying to process what they had witnessed, officers attempting to understand the sequence of events, and Alexee herself appearing overwhelmed and emotionally disoriented. While medical teams tended to her physical condition, investigators began asking questions that no one in the room ever expected to confront. Because the incident involved the concealment and disposal of a newborn.
We discovered a dead baby in the bathroom.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. It came out of me and I didn't know what to do.
Lexi, I told you about this. I just asked you, baby, to tell me the truth.
Scared. It was not crying or nothing.
What did you do to it?
Okay, stop right here. Stop. Number one priority, guys. Number one priority is she just had a baby. I don't know if she's delivered the placenta. She's bleeding significantly.
Like, how big is the baby?
It's full term.
What? 9 months?
Nothing was crying.
Officers informed Alexee's mother of the situation and proceeded with formal questioning.
She was like in really a lot of pain, and
When did it start?
Like the pain.
Yes.
Yesterday she said it was really bad, that her hips were hurting and her back. And then last night we're on the phone together and she said her hips were hurting bad. And I asked her if anything else was hurting, and she said just everything. And she went to sleep.
But she's a cheerleader too, so she's big in cheers. They have cheer competition. She works out.
And she's been active this whole time?
Yeah, she's been active this whole time.
At the same time, doctors determined that Alexee was still experiencing significant bleeding after the birth. She required specialized care and was airlifted to another facility, while detectives remained behind to gather statements and secure evidence. The details described by hospital personnel, particularly the state of the bathroom, left them shaken long after that night. Despite overwhelming indicators of what had occurred, she initially denied having given birth at all. Investigators debated whether her reaction stemmed from shock, panic or outright refusal to face reality. Forensic testing would later confirm conclusively that she was the baby's mother, tying her directly to the tragedy and advancing the case into criminal proceedings. A search warrant for her home followed soon after. Tension mounted when officers arrived to execute the warrant. Alexee's mother resisted at first, unwilling to accept what was happening, but authorities made it clear that the process could not be halted.
She is warrant for arrest, okay?
For what?
That's all I'm going to tell you. Okay?
What do you mean that's all you're going to tell me?
She's over the age of 18.
I understand that, but I have a right to know as well.
And we'll tell you that, but we
Okay,
need
then
the
let me know now.
We need the cooperation.
Let me know now. I'm giving you the cooperation. I told you answer my question.
Well,
What is she under arrest for?
like I said, she's over the age of 18. Like, we can't relinquish that information. But bring her out here, we'll tell you.
What is she under arrest
Bring her out here,
for?
we'll tell you right now.
No, I'm not bringing her out here yet. Let me know what she's under
gonna
arrest
get
for.
arrested.
Ultimately, Alexee was taken into custody on charges relating to evidence tampering at the hospital. Even in that painful moment, officers allowed her time to gather hygiene supplies, aware that she was still recovering from childbirth. The case moved swiftly through the legal system. Prosecutors charged Alexee with first-degree murder and child abuse, resulting in death, arguing the baby had been deliberately concealed. Her defense claimed she was a frightened teenager acting under intense emotional pressure rather than malice. The story quickly drew national attention and ignited widespread debate. Public opinion split sharply. Some viewed Alexee as a vulnerable young woman, overwhelmed by fear and stigma, while others believed her actions required full accountability. The case soon became a symbol of larger issues: teen pregnancy, mental health, secrecy, and the lack of support for struggling youth. Many questions lingered. How did she hide the pregnancy? What drove her to such a desperate decision? Could better guidance or resources have changed the outcome? Advocates stressed that countless teens face similar hidden battles. In Artesia, the tragedy shook the community deeply. Families, classmates, and parents were left confronting grief, shock, and difficult conversations about responsibility and reaching out for help. Today, Alexee's story stands as both a legal case and a sobering reminder of how silence, fear, and isolation can lead to devastating consequences, and why compassion, awareness, and accountability are all essential to preventing tragedies like this in the future.